Hello, fellow pipers. How you doing today? Today I'm going to be smoking Burly Flake number 2. I'm going to be smoking it in my ODA Dunhill octagon-shaped rusticated pipe. And here's the blend in the tin. And my pipe's all packed, ready to go. I've smoked it before. It's got kind of a, it's a mixture of flavors. It's not necessarily sweet. If there's a tinge of it, it comes from the red Virginias, and it has like a nutty character to it, and so I'm gonna light it up now. Hope your week is off to a good start, and hope things are going well for you overall. Okay, there's the pipe. You've seen it several times. It's a nice Monley Dunhill. When it's buffed, the briar has a very mild kind of reddish hue to it. See, you can see some of it now. See there? Now the stamping on this particular pipe is it's kind of mild. Not the strongest stampings on this particular unit. But here we go. This is the strength of this is sort of a moderate to strong. And it's recommended, one reviewer put it, you should, start out with like a half a bowl. It does have a slight nicotine kick to it, and I can't take too much nicotine because of the heart and everything. But the one with the most, what was it? It had so much nicotine that I could barely get through a bowl. I had to actually lay down after I smoked it. I forget the blend. But, okay. Well, without further ado, I'm going to start this off with my cigar lighter. And then when I get it going, if I need a relight, I'm going to use my Calibri. Now, I wouldn't do this on a smooth pipe. Got a hair in them. I wouldn't do this with a plateau, like a shiny, smooth pipe. But these things are indestructible, really. For you new pipe smokers, use your tamper after you light it. First light it because the tobacco is going to puff up, and it's good to just mash it down. There we go. You can even give it another. Beautiful. That's a Butte, Clark. Or you watch the vacation movies. There's a part in there where Clark gets all the lights going, and finally, after like a bunch of fails, and his father says, "It's a Butte, Clark," because not everybody gets that. So, but myself and a few others in the community, we say that once in a while. I have some old K Woody um, advertising, and one says has a guy dressed up in a suit and a nice fedora. And it has a caption, accentuates the male look. The cigarette ads from the 50s are a riot too. Uh, it's said that uh, Chesterfield and all the company would send cartons of cigarettes to the doctors uh, for them to endorse and also to hand it out in the office. Times have changed, haven't they? I never got into cigarettes. I I was engaged to a woman uh, at one time. It didn't work out, but we dated for a long time. But when I come home from a date, my clothes would just stink to high heavens of that cigarette smoke. She passed away at a rather young age. She ran off and married this sailor, Navy man. Uh, moved to Florida with him, and evidently they found the body. He was off on assignment somewhere, and the dog started acting funny outside, hadn't been fed and so forth. So they gained interest to the house, and here she'd been dead a couple weeks, and in the blistering heat, and it was something the dad never. He just passed away about a year ago. He was like 88 or something, and he never fully recovered. It was his oldest daughter. He has like 5 kids. You know, they're lawyers and doctors. They were quite wealthy. He was a civil engineer by trade, her dad, and like these big oil uh, uh, structures, you know, a Sunoco painted on, you know, the big, I don't know what you call them, a holding tanks, whatever. And I used to see uh, he drove Lincolns, and M.A. Bruder, the paint people, he drove a Cadillac. And I'd see him outside his mansion occasionally. They were in, you know, talking business or whatever. And I really loved the guy, Old Man Roth. God rest his soul. I don't know how I got on that. Well, I'll finish up that thought. After we broke up, Debbie and myself, she kind of walked out on me. Not literally, because we weren't living together, anything like that. But it was a long dating and engagement. Her name was Debbie. And she had a younger sister by a couple years. And he said, well, Bonnie loved you too. She wanted to date me. But we were just two different types of people. She was more of a tomboy, and Debbie was more traditional. Girly girl. But anyhow, forgive me for going off on a tangent about that. But you know, after all these years, I still debate whether Dunhills are worth it. Especially today, where there's so many beautiful. Oh, that's the control of my lip chair. So, I don't think they are. But you're getting quality. I mean, you can always be sure of a 10 plus year old briar as far as, you know, cultivated and aged in the facilities. You know, they have these bins where it's all climate controlled to a certain temp and all that. But other than that, yeah, I can feel the nicotine kicking in. Oh, yeah, it does that. Trying to think of that other one though. Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I'm actually going to put this down for a bit. Mm. Good old Diet Sunkissed Orange. Mm. Mm. Yeah, I think I'm going to. That's it. Well, just in time because we're all done. Got about another 30 seconds or so, but. Sorry. Excuse me. Mm. So, you know what that means. Take care of yourself. Be good. And by all means, happy smoking!